This week we will change things up with the StarLadder ImbaTV minor starting in a couple of days. We will briefly describe each of the teams. Since it is a short tournament with the major a week after, it would be good to highlight the teams. Let's begin with the team that is almost guaranteed into the big dance in August, Ninjas in Pyjamas. The European team led by TI5 winner Peter Dagger, PPD. The group has stuck together all DPC season through thick and thin. They didn't have the best result at the start of the year, but it was understandable. The team was newly formed and it does take time to gel. As more tournaments got underway, they started to perform and started qualifying for tournaments. Although they weren't winning them, the placement were always consistent. They finished in the middle of the pack, 5th-6th spot, and started to collect the DPC points. Their big breakthrough this season was in the last minor, OGA Dota Pit back in May. The win got them a slot into the Disneyland Major, and most importantly, NIP earned 900 DPC points to place them 8th in the standing. With 2 tournaments left, it's unlikely for them to fall out of the top 12. In not so surprising news, another roster movement was made before an event. This time, it comes from Asia, in Team Sirius. The team said, after the recent training, we decided to make adjustments to the off-lane player, and Flame will be replaced by in July. This team was newly formed after Silent got replaced in Team Aster. On this team, he's back on the position 1, the carry role, where he shined the most in his career. They were formed to play in the Epicenter qualifiers, but due to tough competition in China, they will have to place in the top 2 in the minor to qualify. Even though they made it to Kyiv, it doesn't mean it's theirs to win. They are still a new team. Another team from China also didn't make the cut for the Epicenter and had to go the long road is Ehome. Ehome was the first team to qualify from China and they're one of the scarier teams in this minor. This team has the most experienced players out of the 8 teams. Ferrari 430 won TI2 and cycling in and out of retirement. Ehome also has Fate Beyond, who won TI6, a team that was beloved by everyone through their unconventional strategy and aggressive playstyle. And to cap off Ehome, their coach Zhao 8, the TI4 winner, and is probably one of the best Dota minds in China. Ehome currently sits 12 on the DPC standing with 589 points. Expect them to soar into the top 10. Let's swing down to the Southeast Asia region and check out the lone qualifier in Mineski. Having won a nail-biting match in the qualifiers, the newly formed Mineski team led by KP, who's been the offlane staple through multiple iterations this year, sits outside the DPC standing looking in. To be fair, Mineski doesn't need this tournament as much as the other teams, but it is still a good idea to win and build a winning culture. I say they don't need this as much as the others because after Fnatic and TNC Predator, Mineski is the 3rd strongest in their region. The first 2 are in the Epicenter Major and are going to TI9. TNC is currently sitting in a bubble spot, but they finished first in the Epicenter qualifiers and they consistently place well in other tournaments. I think it's safe to speculate that Mineski will win the TI9 Southeast Asia qualifiers if they don't win the minor. We will head across the pond to South America to find the most surprising team in the bunch that made it, Team Anvorgesa. A totally new squad, most of the players did play for Gorillas Pride, Infamous, and other South American teams. This squad took out teams that had core veterans in the South America region. Players like Timato playing with Leo Style lost to them. Plus the fact that they made a lower bracket run to win 2-0 in the grand final is a great achievement in itself. It would be amazing to see them do well, but against another powerhouse, it would be a tall task. Let's head north into North America. It felt like NA should have gone 2 slots for the minor, but StarLadder ImbaTV thought otherwise, and it came down to 4 teams competing for 1 spot. It was really a 2-horse race between Complexity and J-Storm. Complexity pulled out ahead, and the team that just rebranded hasn't gotten off to a great start will get another fresh chance. The current squad core has remained the same for a few qualifiers now. They replaced their offlane multiple times and the support once. Complexity is once again led by Z-Freak and veteran Adam from the C region. They recently added Tavos, who just got released by Chaos Esports Club. Complexity has struggled in their past few tournaments. They sit 21st on the TPC standing. They need to finish top 2 or win the minor for a chance to crack the top 12. Hey, anything's possible. With Tavo, who's an electric offlaner, it should be a good viewing experience for fans. This team is truly the dark horse in Kyiv. We will once again head back across the pond to Europe to close out on the other team. Team Alliance, probably the most unique team in this tournament. They recently played in the ESL1 Birmingham, and although they finished last with a 2-8 record, they played and defeated third place PSG LGD 2-0 in the group stage and fought against Team Suga to the longest game in the tournament. The team has gelled well together since they have been together since March with their new carrier Madara. The rest of the team has been together for a year, but the result has been all over the place. You can either expect Alliance to win it all or place bad. There seems to be no middle ground and they can't finish in the middle at StarLadder. They need to win or prepare for the international qualifiers. Let's end our brief preview in the CIS region where the minor will take place. Winstrike team, who surprised everyone by knocking out Nadas Vincere. This team falls into the category of you either like them or you hate them. The latter part mostly stems from their support player Lil. He was rather outspoken when he was in Virtus.pro and Na'Vi. It looked like his career was spiraling downhill. Through multiple unsuccessful teams, he finally released a few tweets apologizing to the community. It's great to see him mature and find a team where he can succeed. Lil's a great player. He just has a peculiar personality that got him in trouble. When Winstrike team first arrived on the scene, they were very lovable, but through multiple loss through tournaments, the team faded. However, they're back stronger and ready to show the Dota world that they're a force from the CIS region. On Sunday night, IceFrog released a new patch titled 7.22c, minor readjustment to different heroes and changes to Ring of Basilius. The damage went from 7 to 8. Valve also released a collector's cache with 18 new sets and new ways to level up your battle pass. And finally, in the spirit of E3, League of Legends developer Riot is paying homage to auto chess by making their own version of it called Team Fight Tactic. They said, folks around the office has been playing an insane amount of Dota auto chess in particular. We love it, and it actually got us inspired to create something new as a mode in League. With that, it concludes the brief roundup, the patch, and we'll see you after the tournament next week.